What's up? How are you doing? All right.
Doris Burke.
Yes, sir. How's everybody feeling today? Gotta get that phone. Gotta get that phone. How's everybody doing today, man? Hope everybody's doing great. We got a lot to go over today. How's everybody doing? Let's see here. Who's in the house now? Today's being a bit bullish. If you're in the house, please say hello. If you're live, just comment live. If you're watching a replay, don't be afraid. Comment replay. But I'm live right now. How's everybody doing? We got a lot to go over today. Sorry, I'm just gonna get my camera going right now. Just a little camera action. Whoa, there we are. Bob Benish in the house. What's up, Frank Larby? How are you? Randy Doof, man. Randy and his two fish are in the house. How's everybody doing, guys? We got a lot to talk about today. So here's the deal. Live or dead? I don't know. What we trading today? Hopefully some stocks. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? I saw you all the paid clients were just had a nice little live. I was checking that out for a little bit. It was some good calls there. Overall, the market's looking pretty bullish. But again, we want to talk about that. We discussed how we saw some bullishness last time. I can't see you.
That might have been a lagging
Oh,
comment.
hopefully everybody could see me here today. So we talked about last week as far as I said, look, guys, I have a good feeling today's going to be a bullish day. And overall, it has been a fantastically bullish day. Now, you know, I could say, oh, I'm a hero because I called it out, but it's all about making sure we're making the right calls for the long term. I feel left out without a sweater. No, hey, Leo, that's what happens, man. You know, these are specifically made for number one people like these. Look at this. Look at that, huh? Look at that. Don't flex on them. Flex on them. Flex on them.
Flex on
Thanks, says Booch Ron. I don't know how you got in here, Ron, but you're in here. That's awesome. I'm glad you're in, my friend. Who else is here? Leo, Gigi, Angel, Daniel Brown. Thanks for saying hi, man. Crystal Reed Butler. I love the highs. And you know what? No one's has commented replay yet. It's so weird.
They don't want to replay.
No, man, they want to be here. That's what I'm talking about. But if you're watching replay, comment replay. Stop it. Just do it. Those are not. Yep. We're gonna get you guys some shirts. You know what? This week, can we make that happen? I've been saying this every week. But I know what you guys are here for. You're not here for the shirts. You're here to see Elliot's face. And we're not here just for stocks, are we? We are here. You want to know what we're going to trade? It starts with a B. Who could tell me what we trade that starts with a B? Trivia question. Because I'm going to go get it. I'm going to show you. Oh, we're going to see. We're about to see what's going on. Yeah, that's right. That's right. When it comes to being bullish, right? We're all bullish today. Well, bullish people get Bella. Because Bella comes out, and Bella, you know what she does? She has these bullish, show the ears. Show the ears. Yeah, she looks like a bull today. Show the bullishness. That's right. That's right. Don't call animal services on me. We play like this all the time. But yeah, today we're going to go live. And if you're enjoying Bella, let us get some, just type in Bella. I want to see. There we go. Gigi likes Bella. James Lewis, what's up? How are you? Kelly Myers, how are you? Babanish. The only reason I joined was they promised me a shirt. You know, the word they could mean so many things. So they could be a big conglomerate thing. Could be a conspiracy here. We got to figure this out, Bob. Ace Boosh. You like Bella. I know you like Bella. I don't even know how she got here, but she did. All right.
She's so docile.
All right, give me a kiss, Bella. Come on, you never give me a kiss on camera. Bella, kiss. Why are you so shy? Look, they're not even looking. Kiss. I'll give you $1.
I'll give you $1.
You know what? She lays like this until you say the word. Watch this, guys. This is crazy. Snack. Whoa. What happened? Now do I get a kiss? All right, I gotta stop. Darren Allen, what's up, man? Hi, Mark. What's up? What's up? Bella, Ty Mark says, what's up? So let's talk about the market, guys. Let's see what's really happening here, what's going on. And if you're new here, please comment new so I know you're new here and I can help you out, give you some extra free resources that we have. But you got to let us know. So if you need to know how to do it, you just go into where it says write a comment, type in the word NEW, spelled NEW. All right, Katie Boone, how are you? So like I said the other day, I knew the market's going to have to be a turnaround. I felt very good about the bullishness. And here it is. Today, we got a nice bullish candle. Very, very, very solid. Oh, look, and we have a new Angel Ortiz. This must be like the 7th one. Oh, man, these angels. Okay, so yeah. So this one is really looking good. Now, I want to say, yeah, I'm a hero because I called this out. Stacy Garnett, how are you? Welcome. I don't know if you're related to Kevin Garnett, not too sure, but if you're interested, so if you're new here, I strongly recommend you get our webinar. It's a great way for you to start. Katie, same with you. I have Chris and I believe Dave. They work with us as a team. They're gonna, if you want, they could respond to you and they could get you the webinar. Just comment webinar so we know that you're interested. We don't want to bother you if you're not, but it really is going to help you. It gives you 6 simple steps I use to make money in the market. So here's the thing, guys. I'm going to show you something right here about this market that we have to really be careful with. When you're looking at this Fibonacci, okay, we are not seeing a breakout yet. I was very certain we're going to be bullish. So if you played that, great. If not, that's great too, because we're waiting. It's a patience game. Right now, we're stuck in this channel. So a lot of people at this point will say, oh my God, this is it. This is great. You know, everything's going up. And that's how you lose money. YOLO. We are here to show you how to play the right way and not to fall into the system that makes you lose. That's a gamble. We are right now looking a couple things. So we have a resistance point here, and we have these lines over here. We need to cross those lines, okay? So if it does, we are off to a different channel, which would be great. So Katie, you comment webinar, we got you. Somebody's good. So either Chris or Dave or Anthony, one of the 3 of them, I'm not sure who's on here, is gonna send it to you. So make sure, guys, make sure you send her, help her out. Anybody new here, let me know. Speaking of not new, Essence Floyd's in the house, not saying hello to me. Zachary Fuller, what's up, man? How are you? Darren Allen, what's up? So yeah, we're just looking for this to really start moving to the upside. And if we do, guys, this could be big for us. We just need to get to 453, 455. That's going to start causing us to form an A to B, B to C, C to D pattern, which will be huge for us. And I'm going to tell you right now, this market's going to explode. So, but we're still not there yet. We still got to be careful. You got to look at all the things. Momentum is still to the downside. We're just kind of passing here. So very, very important. We really kind of stay patient. If you want to play it, go ahead. But again, the volume's still not that high on just today. It's just kind of starting to show, but it's not there yet. So again, you want to be patient with the market. You want to make sure it forms and you have one of those crazy, crazy days. Essence, thank you for saying hello. No problem, no problem. KT Boone, got that. All right, cool. So let's talk about a couple things here. And also, guys, if you're, we're starting to really do stuff on our YouTube channel. If you want to see other content of us, definitely would love to share that with you. We could post the link here. We have the link. We're gonna get it for you.
Or the channel.
Yeah, I think Chris, if you're on, can you possibly do that? Victor Lahachuk, как дела вас? Essence Floyd, don't forget the heart I sent. Don't forget the heart he sent. Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, so that's the market, guys. We are waiting for it to be at 452, 455 area. I would love to see that. That's really the nice spot. And what it's gonna do, guys, just to show you from history, stocks work into these A to B, B to C, C to D patterns. That's what we're looking to do. And let's go. When you start a TikTok, I don't know. Not a fan. Victor, все нормально, хорошо, спасибо. Yeah, that's not a thing for me. I mean, I don't know. TikTok. Leo, you know what? Maybe we'll put you on payroll and you could help us out with a TikTok. Hey, so yeah, there's the link I just posted magically. That's our YouTube link. Okay, guys, all our stuff is on there. Strongly recommend you check it out. We have a nice course on there as well. So we have a lot of cool things, and it's gonna only get more. OnlyFans? No,
Hey.
bro. What are you talking about? This guy, I don't know what kind of stocks he's trading, but
He's trading stocks.
yeah, I'm a little concerned with him. All right, thinking of in a Discord group for helping for the basics. Yeah, kind of, not really. I don't not. I've seen a lot of Discord channels. I'm not a fan of just like a lot of it's done. It doesn't attract the people we kind of want to attract. We like to attract people like you guys, and Facebook seems to be the ones we've done. I tried Discord like on a smaller scale. It wasn't a big hit. We would do something similar to that to help out, but not necessarily a Discord. So could be something coming to a theater near you. All right, guys. So do we have a lot of stocks?
No.
Anyway, so if you're interested in any stocks, we will look at any stocks for you to help you out. Again, if you're new here, comment webinar below so you can get some good stuff for you. Definitely would love to help you out. VICI. So let's check out VICI. VICI. MCD, you want to put that? VICI. Okay. All right. This one looks in pretty good. So this one here had some good days, but again, it's hitting this resistance very strongly. So be very, very careful. Definitely something to watch out for. So usually when we see this is called exhaustion, guys. So it already broke through a very strong resistance before, which was right here. It went up. It's only a matter of time till it comes down. And what you're going to see is when stocks make these big moves, they will always retrace to the downside. When they make these big moves, you are taking a huge risk on seeing that come to the downside, especially the fact that the volume's not crazy. It's not crazy. It's not bad, but it's not crazy. But you could see it's beginning to kind of shift momentum a little bit. So I would say there might be a good day in it, might be, but you're just taking a risk. Obviously, there is a chance it could go to this other area here, but we need to see it at least break through this with increasing volume. Potential's there, but we need to see it form. All right. INDO. Oops. Sorry. What did I do? My whole thing is off here. Wow. INDO. I don't know. My fingers are doing tricks. Wayne Norris, man, how are you? Love to say hi. Jim Carr, how are you? All right. So yeah, I'm seeing this one here. This is just a lot of stuff happening here. You can see the stock has been to a very strong downtrend. It's not breaking this downtrend, so it's continuing to face it. Overall, I'm not a big fan of stocks that are kind of just, has very no volume. I don't know where there's these big things, and it a lot of times it's because of, what is that word? Catalyst. Yeah, it's just because of the catalyst, and I don't really trade catalysts that much. Wayne, I'm glad you're doing good. Rex Hester, how are you, man? Where to next?
LAC.
LAC? Like LA Clippers? All right. So this one here, not a bad one. Definitely see some potential here. So you could see, let's see here. It's kind of trying to break this point. I like that it's kind of moving up. I'd like to see it break this resistance here because it's still below its averages. So if it breaks through those averages, now this one is following the market very closely. So it has that big increase. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to draw that line. It has this big increase here, kind of coming down to the 50% area, and we're just looking for it to go up. So we need to see it at around 35 to see a continuation of that. That's very, very important. We see the continuation. So, and again, if I pull the big fibs on here, you'll see, boom, right there. So it's hitting this 61% mark. It kind of float around it. It's right at the 50% line right now. So if it breaks 35, like I said, that's around here, that would be fantastic. You're going to see a big run. But again, that's how you play it safe. That's how you make consistent gains. That's how you do it. And it all starts with our webinar. Comment webinar below so we could get that for you if you don't have it. Look, it's Ron S. Bush. He's got a few good stocks. I don't know how he finds them, but he finds them. Serrano Manuel, how are you? All right. It's Serrano in. Say hello. Be nice. Like sugar and spice. Where's next?
McDonald's. NCD.
Yeah, okay, like I will remember that. Okay, so McDonald's is gotta be careful with McDonald's right now because even it looks tricky because it's breaking out of this consolidation, which I like, but it's doing it on on decreasing volume, which could be a problem. You might see a little bit of an acceleration like it did before and then drop. So, you want to be very, very careful. I need to see more volume here for me to be okay with this. It's just barely, I think, yeah, it's just, and you can see here, it's hitting this resistance here, and it's not breaking through. It needs to break through here. It's around 257, 258. And we need to see a higher volume than what it is now. On top of that, we also have very flat momentum. So definitely something we got to look at. All right, Angel, didn't you get you've gotten a webinar before. Where to next here? Andy Livingston, how are you, man? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Are you new here? I'm trying to remember if I've ever seen Andy Livingston. Andy, are you new? Where's that? Uber. Uber, again, you guys are seeing some interesting stuff here. I like Uber's long-term outlook here. So you could see, again, following this market. The market's just getting ready to explode. Just remember I said that we're going to see some really strong bullishness happening in a theater near you. Right now, it's still stuck between these moving day averages. So we need to see it break through around, again, 35 would be magical, 35, 30, and then we could see something happening. Until then, we're just gambling because at any point it could bounce back down before it goes back up. And now we're going to have a problem with that. So I would not do anything with that right now.
F.
All right. That sounds like something Victor Lahachuk would pick. All right. Let's see what we got here. What'd you get us, Victor? I know we talked about this a lot. So again, this one's still trying to break through. We had like a little up here move, but again, it's still in the down channel. It's still kind of moving here. It's still in decreasing volume. We're seeing a nice momentum to the top, which I like, but that's a lagging indicator. So what it's telling us is for the long term, this is a good stock, but we want to get good confirmation. For me, good confirmation would be around 18. Okay, I don't need to play this cheap stuff here. Maybe at least even 17.5, but really 18 breaks a very strong resistance of right here, so, and, even here you could go for it, but at least that gives us momentum. And I think that's going to take it to the next level. Cool. So Andy, man, I heard a lot of good things about you from Chris. How are you, man? Are you enjoying the show? Is it something you like? If you have any stocks, you let us know, man. Definitely here to help. Where to next?
American Airlines.
American Airlines Arena. Who plays there? You know who plays there? Come on, bro. Miami Heat. Yep, good job. So yeah, this thing broke out really nicely. I like that it's beginning to break out the 200-day moving day average. That's a good sign right there. And we have pretty decent volume when I'm looking over here. So this one's not too bad. I'm going to say I like this one. So it's forming this upward channel, which is nice. Just understand something like this could come down a little bit, not much, but a little bit could be there. So something like this, when you're looking at it, you might want to look at it from a little bit further out. What's up, Brian? How are you, man? Let me see here. So let's just do, I know you have these little things here, right? A weekly chart. You could see on a weekly chart, we're seeing a little bit of an upswing happening here. I know it's kind of hitting that Bollinger Band, but if I drew a line here, I don't know. I like it because I think it's breaking through this. Again, you might see a little bit to the downside before you see to the upside. It's kind of your call. Good, happy to be here. You check out Lucid for the long term. I got 50 shares. Yeah, let's check it out. What is it, Lucid? You know what, Andy? Because you're new here, you get the flash pass. We're going to look at yours right now. LCID. So you got 50 shares. That means you're trading a stock, not options. So if you have 50 shares, I don't know when you got in, and you said check out Lucid for the long term. So when you're looking at long term, it's a little bit different. So we're going to do that. On the short term, I would not trade something like this. But where you're at, it's a little different. It has a lot of volume, this stock. So that's a good sign. So you can see they're small here, but it's because compared to some big days they used to have. So that doesn't necessarily say it has 13,000 in volume. That is huge for a stock like this. So that's the first thing. Now, Andy, let's break this down. We're going to go a little bit further out to like 3 years, and we're going to do a weekly chart and really see what's going on here. So overall, this stock is still fairly new. Okay. Oh, when you're looking at the long term, what you got to be careful with this one right now is where it's at. So it's right, there's a good potential. Now, because you have a stock, you have unlimited time, so you have patience. There's a good chance it could come down a little bit further. So just understand there's a chance it could get to 18, possibly even 16. That could happen because it's just way below its moving day averages. Everything's showing bearish to me right now. So we would need to see a reversal. I'm hoping that it gets to this area right here, which is around where it just got today. And we're going to start seeing a reversal to the upside. It's not there yet. So I'm going to tell you right now, there's a good chance you might have to hold, unless there's something crazy happens. Again, this stock has times when it just explodes with news. And with EV cars right now, what's happening with them and all these things going on, that could happen. But right now, I would say we would need to see a lot more from this. We need to see a lot more reversal. Right now, it's just in this channel. So I'm not feeling too bullish about it. But I'm not also feeling, I feel like if it stays in this channel, you're in good shape. Again, I would need to know where you bought it at. Things like that, Andy. So, but I would say I would not sell it because of, it's a pretty hot stock right now. Now, with that said, if it goes below here or if it goes below 16, you got to be really worried. Right now, we're just trying to get it in this channel, keep it there. Let's break 32. If it breaks 32, you keep that all the way to the upside. But it might take some time. So if you're okay with getting out at 30 and you're profitable, great. That's a nice up channel move. If you're not and you want to wait longer term, it's going to take a little bit, unless there's some drastic news, as always, that affects it. Andy, does that help? If not, let me know if you need more information. I'd love to talk to you even more. Where to next?
TJX.
What is it?
TJX.
TJX. Okay, TJX, it looks like we got a nice bullish candle to the top. So it broke these moves here. It's very hard for me to say I don't like it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very, very hard to say I don't like it. I'm going to say I like it because it's beginning to form this up channel now. It broke through its averages. So I'm going to say, yeah, on this one. Very, very nice play. Awesome, Andy. You know what, Andy? I'm going to give you a like. And thanks for joining. Appreciate it, man. Anybody new who's interested in any questions, please ask, man. No judgment zone here. This is how we learn. Unfortunately, a lot of places don't have a place where you could talk to someone one-on-one. It makes it difficult. So everybody's question is open forum here.
That's favorite.
Huh? Yeah, I like this one. I think this is definitely a favorite of mine. I like where it's going. I love the volume. I like all the moves to the top. Very solid candle, even if it goes down a little bit. I guarantee if I look at a 4-hour chart, it's probably going to look really good. Okay, it looks
65. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's now forming a little doji, but I like that it's still kind of moving to the top. Overall, a big fan here. So definitely a fan of that one. Where to next?
BBWI.
BBWI.
Yeah.
Bath and Body Works. All right. So this one here. Let's see here. Yeah, this one looks like it broke through this. I like the momentum once it broke through it. Very, very nice momentum. I don't see it slowing down, but I see the volume going down a little bit. So you got to be very careful with that. You might have a good day in it. I don't know, but it kind of broke through here. I feel like if you're in it, it's fine. If you're not, I would not take a risk on it right now, personally.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my thought with that one.
Apple.
Pears, orange. All right, apple.
Bananas.
Apple, again, following the market, man. Following the market. So it has the same trend, has that going upswing, coming to the downswing. So realistically, again, we're going to have to pull out the FR, the Fibonacci retracement. And you could see here, it's hitting the 50% moving day average. That's so nice. It's right at the 50% line. I like it. Not right now. This is something you should be putting in your chart and as a watch list, because this is looking like it's going to form one of these, and that would be cute. I like those type of cute. I would love that, because again, once it gets to 174, that's our entry point, because it breaks all the moving day averages. I think the volume's even going to be stronger at that point, but right now, not at the time, because it's still moving to the downside. But I think it's about to reverse based on what I'm seeing here. definitely a week or two from now, I think it's going to be singing a different tune for sure.
Chipotle, charge for it. CHPT.
CHPT, yep. I think that long term, I like this stock. It's just a fundamental wise. I mean, there's just so much going on with these type of companies right now. But on this point right here, again, following a very strong market trend. So as you could see, but this one's a little different actually because it's way below. So you got to be careful with this one. This one just fell recently below its. It's been below its 200-day for a while, but they just passed all the moving day averages. So you got to be very careful here. This one is showing us a very strong decline. I'm not a fan right now. We need to see some sort of movement to the top again. So definitely not something I would enjoy. I think long term are good. Short term, be careful.
Nike.
Nike. Nike. So Nike, Nike, and guys, before we go into Nike, we're gonna look at that. I'm willing to do some open forum questions. If you have any specific questions about just stock trading or anything like that at all, anything you want, you let us know. I'd love to talk to you about that. So this one, Nike's right now at a very specific point at this channel. It's ready to break out. The last time it tried to do that, it has not, and it's failed 1, 2, 3, 4th time. Could be the charm, but we need to see some sort of confirmation with that. If not, you're going to see a big downside. I like the fact that we had strong volume the other day. That could possibly push it to the top. So overall, I do like it. I think if I have a good feeling, but you're not looking for feelings. You're looking for specifics, right? I would like to see 140. Once it gets to 140, that's the time you want to get in. So that's what I would strongly recommend. Jamal, you asking for LAC. I think we just looked at LAC. I'll just look for it one more time. I told you guys, I like it. It's following the market, but we got to wait for it to break to 35. So we could see a nice move to the top after that to form that A to B, B to D, C to D pattern. Oh, but Bella's sleeping. What's up, Bella? How are you doing? So it is 2:30. So that time, it's the heartbreak time where we want to see how many hearts can we get. If you're enjoying the show, we're going to do something a little different. I want you to give us a normal heart or just say a like in the comments or something like this where I just put, love to see that. Thank you, Victor. So anything like that would be great. And of course, it's for me, it's for Elliot, it's for Bella. Bella loves the hearts, right, Bella? So today Bella said she's willing to do a dance with the bull. So she said today we're gonna do a dance together. Come on. Lady with bull is dancing with me. I don't want to I might sound exactly like this guy, and I don't want it to be like copywritten. Nobody here, just Bella and me.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, good job, Bella. You're doing really good. We gotta start dressing you up. Oh, thank you for the hearts, guys. I gave you an Elliot a heart each, and you'll laugh. What do you mean, Essence? We will never laugh. Well, laughing is happy. When sometimes you tell somebody I love you and they're a little uncomfortable, they laugh. That's what it was.
Drop down and get your Bella on.
How to search for Infinities, what specs to look for. Yeah, we can check that out today, Angel. No problem. The Ewok dance. The Ewok dance? Sorry, that might be something new. Thank you, Wild Orchid. Appreciate it. Ace. So if we run out of stocks and we have some time, I'll do a little lesson. Stocks come first. But yeah, Bella, you ready? When are you gonna do some stocks? You promise. Where's my kiss? Still no kiss. Give me a kiss. No, she will not kiss me in public. I don't understand. I don't understand. You want to hold her?
No.
She likes to jump.
No.
All right. Poor Bella. It's just to deal with me all the time. All right. Let's get back to the keyboard. All right. What's the next? Costco. Costco's still stuck in that little moving day average. Could be pretty big for us, I think, because this one, when it starts coming out of that consolidation, these things usually do a really good job, like it did here, like it did here. So that's a good pattern for us, but you got to be careful because sometimes they reverse to the opposite side. So we need that confirmation first. Sometimes it's hard to catch because one day and then it's all over. So it's really important to be very careful. We want to see this past like 600. Once it gets past 600, that's a nice enough momentum for us to see it go to the top, but it has to pass that first.
Kids WBD.
WBD. Okay. And guys, if you're like what you see and you're interested in possibly getting some coaching, comment coaching below. We'd love to help you out. We have we have a limited amount of seats we have, but we would love to set up an interview. And if everything works out, great. If not, no big deal. We still give you a course with just setting up an interview. So as long as you show up. But yeah, we've had a lot of people had a lot of interest in it. So we opened up a few more spots as well. So definitely let us know. Just comment coaching below or simply DM me. Yeah, so this one here looks like it's coming up. Yeah, it's way below its averages. So this is just too many of these crazy moves. It's too much of that. So when you're seeing that, like, yeah, you could make some money, but you could also, too much volatility, especially with options, could be a really serious situation. So I would not do something like that right now. Leo Jenny Montez, how are you? What's your next?
Cat. Dog.
Caterpillar. So Caterpillar looked like it broke out. So this is kind of what I'm seeing happening with Costco possibly. You know, like eventually if it breaks through that little piece like this one did. But now it's kind of hitting this area here. The volume's coming down. Yeah, this is still there. So the momentum's obviously up because it's so high. But I would say this is a little bit towards exhaustion and I would not mess with it personally. You know, obviously we always could see things like this, but I think when we see acceleration up with a little downswing and then the second acceleration is not usually as high, considering now I could be wrong because of it has been here for a while. So it's a little bit of a gamble, but because the volume's coming down, I don't like it. What's next?
NVIDIA.
NVDA. Way below its moving day averages. Way below. Brian, Brian says hello. Yeah. She says hello as well. So yeah, this one is way below its averages. I do see how it is. As long as it doesn't get past this could be a problem here. So now just understand one thing, that even though it's there, you might be thinking, oh, it's at a low point. That's true, but it is below its average. So that is a gamble always. But you might, if you want to play to 245, you most certainly can. Just understand it could possibly go down, although it's been very consistent. So I would say pretty good for the 245 play. Where's the next?
PSX.
PlayStation X? Remember PSX? I don't know why it was.
That wasn't that, right?
Yeah. So this one is forming a perfectly formed A to B, B to C, C to D pattern. Here it is. You see it A to B, B to C, and you could see it started to go. That's what I think the market's going to do. So I'll show you what I mean here. If we put the Fibonacci up, and if we did it just up to here, so let's just say that was the case. You know, you could see it went down to the 50-day moving day average, kind of stayed here, and then it finally popped up, which is nice. But now it's actually popping even more beyond it, which I really like as well. I think the volume's pretty decent. I think we have a little bit more into it. I think it's definitely headed to 92 for sure. So I would give that to a 92 level. Where's next?
You square? Would you square that one?
Square.
Circle.
I would square it. Yeah, why not? Approximately 2-month play on Ford. We just look. I think Victor just asked. Yeah, I mean, when you're talking about on the short term, no, but on the long term, I would say it's not bad. So we'd have to probably look at it a little bit further out. I mean, you said 2. Let's do a little bit something.
A monthly.
Let's do a 5-year chart. How's that?
Start like 60 candles.
Yeah, it's not on a monthly. I would say it's not too bad as long as it holds that piece, because you could see you know, it's usually pretty consistent, but if it goes below it, it's a problem. So I would need to see this start turning green on the month-to-month basis if you're talking monthly. Right now, it's too much of a gamble that if it does go down and it breaks this trend, you're going to lose a lot of money and you're going to have to hold it long term, like a couple centuries. And I don't want you to do that.
A couple centuries.
Yeah, so you got to be very careful with that. So I would just wait till it gets to like 18 at least. And then at least it gives us a hope saying, you know what? I like that it's not going to go back down. It is going to hold that part. So even if it does go down back to its moving average, it's not a huge loss and you should be in good position. So hope that helps. A lot of you guys in here, man. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day today, man. A lot of cool stuff in the market. Mario Moda, what's up? Ricardo Espinoza, what's going on? Rohit Doobie. No problem, Brian. Anything for my boy, Brian. Thank you for the hearts, man. Anybody wishing to give us hearts, you're more than welcome to. We enjoy them for sure, guys, for sure. All right. And again, you guys could see there's a YouTube channel there if you're interested in joining. All our lives are posted there. So definitely something cool for everybody. What's next?
WY.
Why? Oh, because I put WYC. Wow, that's a good one right there. Who gave us that one? That's a cool one. I like it.
That's Mr. Ron.
Yeah, this one right here just broke a very strong trend here. I see it kind of holding this. It is a big move to the top. Now, there's a chance it could come down a little bit, but the reason I like it is because of this nice increasing volume. Very nice move to the top. Overall, I think this is a good one. I think it will continue going up on the short term. On the short term only. Now, I'm looking over here, just kind of showing you guys what could happen.
Yeah.
You know, you could see here, this thing went up too on high volume, and it actually had a nice move to the top as well. The red candle sometimes make it look terrible, but that was actually a good move. So overall, I do see some nice moves. So I'm going to say just it's hitting twice, right? So it's like I'm just trying to be a little more proactive here.
I would say this candle is currently, unless it sells off before that.
Yeah, we'd have to see at the end of the day. If it looks like this at the end of the day, I like it. You know, let's just go look at it really quick on a 4-hour chart just to see what divided into 2 days. Yeah, it's looking really good, man. It's looking really strong. So I'm going to say good on that one. But again, you got to keep it really short. You might want to set up a closing order for tomorrow. Where to next?
EXK.
EXK.
To the downside.
EXK to the downside. I'm kind of liking it. Here. Again, guys, if you're interested in any stocks, let us know. So this one here, yeah, I mean, it's looking okay. The volume's not too bad. I think there's a chance to get, yeah. So I would probably look it up here on the Fibonacci to make sure. So Fibonacci saying that it's breaking through that. I'm going to say we have a nice move to 510. 510, and then I would probably start looking at getting out of it. Maybe you have a chance at 5. There is a chance at 5 as well. But again, you got to play it through and see how it looks day to day. But there's a good chance that you could see it go down to 5. If it gets to 5, I'd be done after that. You want to get out of it for sure. Cool. What else we got on here?
Let me see that. Oh no, wait, that was the one we just.
EXK. Anybody have any other stocks you want us to review? We do actually have a couple more here.
SX was one.
All right, let's see here.
McDonald's.
Oh, sorry guys. It's like there's a paper full of numbers here. I'm trying to read through it. And again, if you have any stocks you want us to check out, let us know. We'll check out ASO for now. Let's check out Jason Mead's pick. Ooh, Jason with the good stuff. I like what you're seeing here, Jason. I like what you're seeing here, with the exception of a couple things here. We'll talk about there. Twana, how are you? So yeah, this one here looks like it's breaking this resistance. I just don't like the volume on this. That's the only part that's bothering me. So I could see what happens is when something like that goes up, it might come back down to 39 and retest. Very similar to what it did right here and retest it. So be very, very careful. Even though it did break 200s, I'm going to say I would invest in this and take the risk of it coming down because it's over here. So I'm going to say I like that one. If it goes down a little bit, it goes down a little bit. I would wait and take a longer term hold. How far for expiration date at least 30 days? How far is that for which stock?
I guess in general.
How far, Angel? Angel sounds so familiar. I think he.
I have Angel Marin.
No, I think Angel Ortiz. He's been here for a long time.
Yeah.
How far expiration date? At least, yeah. Okay, so basically, for me, at least 30 days. At least 30 days. I don't play anything like 1 week, 2 week. It sounds great for a lot of people because it's cheap, but that's how you put yourself in a very bad position, a lot of stress, and it's like you can't lose. So 30 days is minimum. A lot of times I'll even do 45, 60 days, just in case. I'd rather pay a little more and take less risks. What is the news talking about with the sectors? They are saying that technology and finance aren't going to be this hot sectors. Instead, other sectors are going to be that hot. Listen, I could tell you a lot of things. So, let's stop here and discuss what you just said, because that's very important. I appreciate you sharing that idea, because that's something I'd love to talk about. If you're my group that I created here with a bunch of great people is called Stocks to Buy and Why. Why, right? So why basically puts us accountable to not just tell you what I think, but why I think it. When you hear something like that, well, there's going to be other sectors. Most people will just say, oh my God, I guess we have to listen to it. And that's where the problems start. Why? I want to know why that is. But what I would rather do is say, okay, well, if that's what you're saying, that's fine. Even though technology is always hot, let's look at the actual sector. Yeah. Well, if you look at the actual sector, the reason people, I'm going to tell you right now, the reason people are saying it's not hot is because it's so low. Well, guess what? They said the same thing about it here and here and here and here. Here's a little trick for you guys. The news works off momentum. Right now, the downward momentum is in technology. However, what I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to tell you the opposite. I'm going to tell you in a couple weeks, remind me, whoever just said that, this thing's going to be hot. And the news is going to be like, yep, technology took over. And, like nothing they ever said even mattered, because there's no accountability for news. Yeah, I know. Oh, Angel, I know you used to have a different picture. You used to have a picture of you with like a hat in a car. So that's why I didn't recognize this one. So yeah, this, I'm going to tell you right now, it's just a downward section. And it's a swing. I don't look at things from news point. Yeah, it's bearish. Right now, it's 100% bearish. But we're looking for the turnaround. It's never going to turn around? Okay, let's hypothetically say that's the case. This thing is going to be crap for a long time. All right. Well, let's look at a 5-year chart and look at what's really happened in the last 5 years. That's a good sample size. During the last 5 years, this thing passed. We had the COVID move, right here. Had a few moves to the downside multiple times. We had more. Now we had a slightly bigger move right here, right? Then it went back up. Now it's even going a little bit. So it has these little slight downward moves. All of a sudden, it's not going to be the best market in the world. Baloney, okay? Loney of the bar. Yeah, it's having a downturn because it's been going up so high. It's so stretched. It's called a retracement, a correction. It just needed a little time to come down, straighten itself out, and then it start coming back up. Now, there is a chance it could come down a little bit, yes. But to say it's not going to happen, I don't think so. Let's look at financials. Same thing. Financials beginning to turn around now. We're not going to talk about that, right? Because, right now on the overall side, yeah, it's down. People in the news need to have fear. Okay. So it's just been like that. So we talk about like different things like COVID and things like that people scare us with, whatever, everybody has their own opinions. But when it comes to stocks, it's kind of the same thing. They need to create some sort of controversy because that's what people like to see. They like to see dramatic things happen. So, oh my God, if it's not technology, it's something else. So I wanted to kind of show you that you know what, when I tell you something, I'm going to be here next week and I have to answer to what I say. So I'm going to tell you right now, if this thing doesn't turn around in the next 6 months, let me know. But I'm going to take a bet in the next 2 weeks, we're going to see a whole different narrative, totally different narrative. So unless something crazy happens, obviously that always is the case with anything. The power, we get hacked and all the power goes out. The technology might take a little bit of a dip, but that's probably not going to happen. So hopefully that kind of helps you out. Thank you for sharing that. I really like that type of stuff that you put there, Brian. Ace Bush Run. Got Lulu. Crystal C got on the watch list 54. Okay. All right. Do you think the shortage on EV batteries will have an effect on EV stocks? I don't know. And I'll tell you why, Brian. I'll tell you why. Because if it's a shortage, right, means the demand is high. Okay. So investors, makes sense financially. Like, well, if they don't have it, what's going to happen? Stocks don't work like that. People think like it just goes by numbers. It goes by investor belief. So to me, if I know something like that, I just wouldn't trade it to begin with. I like to stay away from the news. No news is good news. But to answer your question, it's supply demand. It's my opinion, and you don't want to go by my opinion because it's just my opinion. I don't work for them. I don't deal with batteries. I've seen people have shortages, very major shortages in their company, and their reports and their earning reports were through the roof. Because, and here's why, they may tell you it's a shortage, but when their earning report comes out, they're saying, yes, it's a shortage. But we just ordered 1 million batteries from the penguins of Antarctica. You didn't know about this, so whatever the belief of an investor is, that's where it comes. And it's just a lot of manipulation with things like that. And that's where the stocks get a bad name because you try to trade off manipulation. I just don't recommend that. Mike Evans, how are you, man? Hope that answers your question, Brian. I don't mean not to be directly giving you an answer. It's just my answer is just like anything else. It's an opinion, and opinions here don't matter. You want to know facts. You want to know what I'm looking at. If you show me a stock, we could see a pattern of it. That's it. Long term, we don't know. But trust me, these companies they don't just sit there and say, no, there's a shortage. They're working on something else. They're trying to figure things out. Tesla's had shortage for years on things. Like they've been running out of parts. Right now, guess what? They can't find parts for their cars. The demand is extremely high. So what do? They raise the prices. Supply and demand, that's what they're going to do. They're going to triple the price of the car because that's what demand is. And guess what? Now they have to make less things. You're good to go. I'll give you an example. This was crazy. WWE, you guys familiar with the wrestling thing, right? They do a lot of events outside. They travel a lot, things like that. So when COVID shut them down, they could no longer travel. That's their main way of income. Because of that, everybody thought, oh my God, the stock's going to go down. They're losing all this money. Check this out. Because they had to cut all their staff, there's no traveling expenses, there's no nothing. They cut so many expenses and they cut so many people because they didn't need so many people to travel that they ended up making an extra $152 million that year because of all the people watching. So you don't know what the business model is. You don't know what's behind the scenes. Just like, I run a company. You may see one thing, but you don't know what we're talking about behind the scenes, how we're looking to plan things. If you ask me about my company, I could probably give you a better idea because you know what's going on the inside, but that's really hard to kind of say. And what about the power grid if everyone goes to EV vehicles? Again, things like that. We don't know how things are working out with that. Yeah, people talk about that. There's different theories, things like that. So I would recommend overall one of the things I'm big on, don't fall into the news. Very, very much so. Don't recommend falling into the news too much. Try to really stay away from those type of things and trade logically. How you entering the play besides everything you said, specific candle or pattern? How you enter in a play besides?
This is more so.
So those are the type of things. Yeah, I would recommend check out the webinar if you haven't seen it. If you want to check out the webinar, comment webinar below. Tone Swazo in the house. What's up, man? Yeah, definitely recommend you check that out for sure. It's going to help you out big time. So comment webinar and it'll show you some of the ways I'm doing it. And yeah, definitely. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? I like the questions you guys are throwing down over here. Any other stocks we have?
A few more.
Okay. Let me review some of the stocks you guys picked here. Johan Bay, what's up? Angel, I think you had the webinar multiple times, but we got you, bro. PG. Yep. So this one, like this is exactly what you were talking about, Angel, right here. So you could see this one is popping up. You have a nice solid candle of the up. I don't like the volume here, but that's okay because of where we're at. I like the bounce on the candle. I really like this one a lot. I would say good one on this one. Even though the volume's kind of down, I'm liking that it's reversing on the bounce. So again, this is what that will teach you. So webinar would teach you that. To answer your question again, Angel, for FinViz, same thing. The webinar goes over how I use FinViz as well. So it gives you a lot of information.
AGNC. Agency.
I would hope for the downside because that's all I see right now. If you're looking to play for the downside, I would say go for it. There's a strong volume. Unless there's something going on, you might have one more good day in it for the downside.
Yeah, I leave that one alone. Peb
was looking okay. Peb is looking okay. I like the volume. I like the move. At this point, it's just about breaking the resistance. Right, I think it's right here, looking very close. Ooh, very, very close. It's got to break that. It's got to break that. I would say around 26. I would say 25 to 75, somewhere around here, 25.50. I'll be okay with. Then we got something going. Until then, be careful because it could continue going to the downside and get rejected. LULU is looking like it's breaking out. However, you could see here it is forming that resistance right there. So be very careful. It's kind of stuck here. So I would wait and see what happens. Do you prefer gold stocks over copper stocks? Is one more stable than the other? It really depends on the market where it's at. I know when the market's down, gold is up. But so that's kind of how it goes. I the way I try to keep it simple. I play stocks no matter what. And I'll play based on based on the chart. Because once you start going into and you start doing different things, you get confused. Tesla put.
They got earnings tomorrow.
They got earnings tomorrow. So to Tesla put, I would not do that.
I wouldn't do anything.
Okay, so let's just go into this logically. Okay.
50 for one.
It's 50-50, but if I had to guess, if something has earnings, and I'm just think about from supply and demand, they raised their prices like 3 times this quarter. Raising prices means they're not doing bad. They just opened a new facility in Germany. I think they just opened one in Israel. Gas prices are ridiculously up. That's for one thing. Second thing, on a technical side, with all this happening, they had a huge move to the top, which I called right here, by the way. Remember that? Just saying, we could have been a millionaire. Okay, so right here, right? And then it came down already, and now it's looking back up. I don't see this playing to the downside. It could by a miracle, but look at this. Look at how perfectly this is set up to go to the upside. I don't think I would play to the downside. Now, if anything, I might put a few bucks to get it to the upside. So, Sosa Leo, how are you? Kelly Myers, welcome. Where to next?
C. I think the one she called out has earnings on Thursday too.
C?
HAL. But C is
Citigroup. Citigroup's just kind of stuck a bit below its averages right now, so be careful. I like it for the long term. I think I would very keep track of it because if it breaks the slime and get this to 54, you got my word, it's gonna blow up. Get it to 54 first, 55 even better, and then you'll see some huge returns, and you already see all the things beginning to reverse. So you could take a gamble on it now. I just, to protect people in this group, I want to make sure, I'm sorry, I was reading a comment. Yeah, I would like to see a break here. 54, 55 would make it feel better. Yes, a bit more for pullback. I get your point. Cool. No problem, man. Sounds good. Where to next?
Facebook.
Who?
Facebook.
FB. I want to see this stock turn around again. A lot of news-driven things here in the past, but again, I'm seeing this A to B, B to C pattern right here. I like what I'm seeing. If we need to get this to 230, guys, we will celebrate 230. 230 is where it's at because we're gonna see that A to B's, and I'm telling you right now, in the future, we will see a blow up with Facebook because Facebook's amazing. And we got to say that for the algorithm. I got it late. Did you already analyze B8? Oh, let me tell you, the analysis we did on B8 were crazy. No, we did not, Dutch. We could check it out for you, though. What's the next?
HAL.
Oops. That was my fault. HAL. Okay, so this one is a little bit, I like what you're seeing with the volume here, but again, the stock doesn't move a lot. It's a nice stock. I would like to see it come down first to the 39 and then see a reversal. Very similar to what we play in the webinar, these type of plays. And if you haven't seen the webinar, comment webinar below. But very nice to see you in the room here, Kelly. What's your next? BA, specifically for Mr. Dutch himself. BA's looking pretty good, man. I like what you're seeing here. A lot of things that are good here. So BA, you're seeing it's kind of like in this area here. I'd like for it to be at around 195. However, if you want to take the opportunity, you could. You could see that there's a nice reversal coming here, and you got a nice increased volume. So it's a little bit riskier, but that's up to you. You could take it now and play to 192 and go from there, or wait till it breaks out. Your choice. Either way, not a bad play at all.
CCOI.
Let's look BAC. He said I like BAC.
Very similar to C.
Very similar. Again, there's some good stuff here. You just got to be careful because it's really bouncing off this moving day average. I'd like to see it more higher, and I just feel like we need to see a little bit more here. But definitely see what you're seeing. I just don't like it. I would like it to be around 41 personally, but definitely a good one. Definitely not bad. Just a little bit. If I want to be a little safer, I'd wait.
CCOI. Did we look at that already?
No idea.
Okay.
No. Just need to, again, it just has a good day. We haven't seen momentum. Very decreased volume, very much to the downside still. All it is just one decent day, nothing more. And we'll need to see a lot more of confirmation on that one. And we got the owl. Owl breakout right now. I would say at this point, I like that it passed 200-day moving day average. The volume's okay. We got the resistance where right here. I just don't like that it went back down. So I would have to wait for it to get to around where it was. But at the same time, I like that it's over it. So it could be a good one. Like, again, a little bit of a risk because it could come down a little bit more. But I think because it's above it, I would give it some good momentum. So I would say if you want to wait, as long as you get a longer term one, go for it. But just understand it could come down before it goes up, especially that I could see this resistance right here. So it could be a little bit too right. It's stuck for a little bit, if anything. All right, guys, that was a lot of stocks, man. I hope you enjoyed the show today. We're going to be back here Thursday. Based on what I'm seeing here, Thursday could be the explosion we're looking for. I told you Tuesday's going to be bullish, which it is. Again, guys, if you're interested in check out our YouTube channel. The link is right there. See, right behind me, right there. Yep, right there. Hey, Link, how are you? We'll be back here on Thursday, and I think we're gonna see some crazy plays. Please don't miss it. That would be very allergic of you. If you are watching a replay, definitely comment replay below and let us know if you want the webinar. If you're haven't seen it yet, please let me know. Also, if you're interested in coaching, getting some one-on-one help, getting some answered, let me comment coaching below. So we will get back to you and set up an interview for you. Other than that, it's been an absolute pleasure. I will see every single one of you on when?
Thursday, for sure.
Thursday. See you later.